Hey guys, Dave and Kevin here, and today we are checking out the 2025 Summit from APA. All right, APA has launched the Summit. This goes along with what they've done in the past. This is a Canadian brand. For those who don't know, APA has been making some really cool bows over the past lot of years, actually. They've been doing it for a while now. But the coolest parts about the APA bows that most people remember is the tool center. Of course, you know, this center here, you can get things done on your bow, make some adjustments, whatever. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this Summit is a special bow because it is so small and lightweight and maneuverable, and it hits very hard from what I noticed. I mean, what's your thoughts just looking at it?
Well, I like the size of it because you could be in a tree or in a ground blind, and you know, the thing is, it's so small, it's easy to get into tight places, which sometimes when you're bow hunting, that's what you want. You know, you might want to be up in a tree and really surrounded by some leaves and cover, and this thing is perfect for that.
One of the cool parts about APA that they offer the user is a stainless steel bolts option if you'd like it, and you can see that in some of these parts here. They're stainless steel bolts, but that's super important because a lot of times the cheaper bolt material is what's going to rust over years, you know, and whereas this kit, they're not going to have that issue. So just one special part. But let's talk about the specs real quick of the Summit, and then we can talk about what I thought, at least from the performance. All right, the Summit is an axle of 28 inches, so again, super short and compact, which I absolutely love, especially for tree stand and ground blind hunting and spot and stock.
Yeah.
At least in the Midwest. I think it works very well here. Brace height 7 3/8, so it's very large. It's going to be a very forgiving bow for most people. Draw weights can go 40, 50, 60, or 70. Draw lengths are 25 to 30.5, which is actually longer than I thought it would be, being that short of a bow, but that's pretty impressive. IBO is up to 340 feet per second. And then we'll talk about the technology of the bow. There's a lot of things on APA that makes it special. Of course, we talked about the tool center, but let's go through the list of these things because there is a lot, and I want to make sure we cover everything for you guys who are interested in buying this bow. So the first thing is micro tune. So they have micro tune that is on your cable system here. So that's what it's going to control your cabling, and you can micro tune this as well and make it perfectly for your tuning of your bow. They have the riser fang, which we've seen time and time again. It's basically a built-in bow hanger that you can hang on a branch or a tree limb or anything you want to put up there. Broadhead tuning wrench. It's going to be at the bottom here. So in your tool center, you could put your broadhead in here and turn it to tune it to your fletching. Same with the knock. They have a knock tuner here if you want to turn your knock. Some people have the knocks where they have to turn them to turn off the light, you know, if they do a light neck, a luminock. They also have a carbine sharpener here if you want to sharpen your broadheads, or even a knife realistically in the field. Say you're starting to gut a deer and it's not sharp enough. Hey, let me grab my bow. I can, you know. Integrated rest. So they added the integrated rest system here. So you can see they put the QAD on here with an APA logo, which is really cool. This bow does feature the camera mount piece here, so you can get an adapter here to put on the front end if you want to put like a GoPro or a mini action cam. They also feature a direct mount wrist sling here, which means it basically has a hole. You put it through here, and there's going to be a bolt system here so that you can actually tighten it and you know, lock it down or whatever once you get it to your size. The bow features the lower mount stabilizer, so they have that on this bow. So you have your main one and this one. They also have a quick connect for your main stabilizer now. So basically, you know, that we love that quick connect system we've used on other bows as a separate thing that you buy and put on. APA actually built it in, which is genius when you think about it. So they have that here. They have a bolt on this side, so if you want to lock it down so it can't move, that's how you would do it. They also feature this little piece right here at the top on the limb that if you're doing a limb-driven system, you can come through and wrap it on this here. Lockout system here, and again, the pin to do that is right here. And so this pin will go in these holes at the bottom to lock this out in the field. You can definitely pull this back just by squeezing some cables together and then locking out your cam, which will loosen all this so you can work on either the string or the cables in the field. And this bow features the triangular quiver mounts. So basically they have built-in pieces here in here that you could use for different mounts or different quivers, which is pretty cool if you want to integrate your quiver into the riser. They always call this bow the backcountry bow hunter's dream, the APA bows, because of this concept that they have all these things that can help you in the field. All right, guys, let's take a moment to talk about the shift tune technology. This is a brand new technology from APA, never seen before by any company realistically. So this is going to be really cool to show you. So there's a couple cool things about APA that you have to remember. Number one, they can lock out their cam systems with this pin. So that's super important because what it's going to allow you to do is do this shift tune technology. So let's say you're shooting at a paper and you have a tear to the left and you need to shift left. What you would do is lock out your cam system so you loosen everything, and then you simply shift this cable over to the left on both sides, and that'll shift your stuff to the left. If you need to go right, you would shift it to the right on this side. But it gives you 3 spots on each side to make adjustments without actually touching your cam, which is really cool when you think about
tools.
it. So that's the first time we've seen this new shift technology, and looking forward to this one because I think it's going to do really well in the industry. People are going to go nuts for this, especially dealers who are looking for an easy way to tune bows compared to having to take apart bows or do anything in detail. So this bow does feature the micro shot center indicator that goes across the bottom here. And what that does is it's basically a line for your arrow. So when you put your arrow in your rest, you're going to have this be straight with your rest. And what we do is we put the pin in here, and then now there's a line on that pin so you can make sure your arrow is in straight line with that, and that system's been put together for you guys to make sure you have it the way you want it. The cool part about this one is APA went a little further in the sense that they gave you a bolt to adjust that. So if you want to move that to left or right based on however you want it, say you want something very specific, and like Kevin was saying earlier, you want to micro tune this bow, that gives you that capability. However, if you're like me and Kevin, you're not going to do that. You're just going to use this indicator the way it is. But as you can see, your arrow's going to hit that top bar, and you know you're straight. It's just genius. It's simple, but yet genius on how they did that. Now, this bow will also take the integrated wench system down in here. So if you wanted to add that, you can add it here, and that'll help you pull your bow up. Some people love the integration on that type of stuff. So guys, all in all, this is it, the new Summit from APA. It is basically taking some of that same technology you had on the new Pro model, and they put it on this model. Besides the Pro Connect sight and the carry handle, everything else you pretty much have, including that extra stabilizer spot, the integrated wench system capability, the tuning area, all the tuning stuff on this. Like I said, also you're getting the new shift technology with the cam system. So all in all, this is a hard one to beat at MSRP at $10.99. So. And that's it, guys. We hope you enjoyed this special coverage of APA 2025 launch. We hope you enjoyed the Summit and give it a chance. Find it at your local dealer. If you can't find one, call APA and set up a way for you to test this baby out. Dave and Kevin here. We'll see you next time right here on BowHunter Planet.